The plan is that everything blows up a week ago. All the humans are dead, we Cylons all download, and the universe basks in justice.
The images and the way that we went to was a combination of the special effects department and myself, visual effects, and we went to the max. We had to, because really that's what the story was about. Story on both levels, whether it be the human side of the story or the Cylon side of the story, was really dealing with the annihilation of the human species. So we had to see it and had to feel it. And it could have gone deeper. If I would have had more money, I would have gone deeper in that section and really nailed it, to the cross, so to speak, and brought it home all the way. And so which people would just have been, because it was the total annihilation of all human species. I think that Blade Runner is the ultimate understanding of what has happened. I think Battlestar is a perfect intro to Blade Runner. I think you have to watch from the beginning, and even Caprica, and watch the story involvement of technology and what it's gotten us to and how it's happened before and it'll happen again. It was a reoccurring situation. The very final shot of the very final episode, of the very final moment on screen of Battlestar Galactica, before the plan, was Six telling Baltar, this has happened before, it's going to happen again. And Baltar saying, maybe now the humanity has learned its lesson. And he's optimistic. And that's in the year 2008. That's when that finishes. As soon as that movie's over, you pull Blade Runner, you stick it in, and it's the year's 2019, and you see exactly what has happened. It did go and happen again. And it happened even worse than it happened before. I kind of am grateful that I was given the opportunity to understand Blade Runner 30 years ago. And now I've been able to understand Battlestar, which came out of nowhere. The last thing I thought I'd ever do in my lifetime is a show called Battlestar Galactica. And I really appreciate Glenn Larson for creating this story. And I really appreciate Ron Moore and David Icke for reimagining that story and bringing it to light, especially 13 months after 9/11. It became a real different kind of an experience. Yeah, it was the hardest thing I've ever tried to do, was to try to get the story told. And the hardest part was trying to get the show to really complement and parallel each other. And we did it. It took us 9 months to edit the piece. And I think that Jane Esperson did a wonderful job of writing and producing this piece. And what we did in the editing room, myself and Robert M. Young and Andy Seckler, our supervising editor, as we spent months and months and months trying to formulate this story so that, one, people really felt the story was one that could stand alone. If you never saw any of it, any of Battlestar, and you just saw that movie, it could stand on its own. And then how could it really create something that would make you want to go back and see all of the episodes over again? And that's what we did.
The Cylons were created by man. They rebelled. They evolved. They look and feel human. Some are programmed to think they are human. There are many copies